Here's a bit of an update from the last video. The buyer that messaged me for one of the 3 builds that I had done came through and bought the PC. He was actually local in my city, so it worked out perfectly. This build had a Ryzen 5 5800X, 2x8GB of RAM, 1TB M.2 drive with an RTX 3070, all wrapped up in the Sama PC case. So now that the black PC is shipped out and sold, and the second one is sold, now I'm left with the last one that has a 12700KF in it. I had a strange feeling that this one would take a bit longer because of the price. So I've been thinking about either putting an RTX 4070 and increasing the price, or swapping out the motherboard for a DDR4 setup. I can lower the price by around $100 with switching out the RAM to a DDR4 and of course the motherboard. Let me know down in the comments on which route you would go and why. In the meantime, if you also remember this build, the buyer for this one sent me the rest of the money. So now let's get this all wrapped up and shipped out. Just a quick recap on the specs on this one. It has a Ryzen 5 5500, 2x8GB of RAM, 1TB M.2 drive with an RTX 4060. It originally had a tower cooler on it, but the buyer wanted to put an AIO, and of course one of my custom RGB case plates to add his own personal touch to the PC. By the way, I do design these myself and make them. He is also going to do a custom build for his daughter. Not sure if it'll make it in this video or the next one, but definitely stick around. Now let's get this PC shipped out. Quick funny story, when I bought this GPU, it was listed as a RTX 4060, and right before shipping it out, I was doing my final testing and realized it was actually a 4060 Ti 16GB. So the customer got a free upgrade at no extra cost. What would you have done if this happened to you? Would you have charged the customer extra for the upgrade? And if you were the customer, how excited would you be for a free upgrade? Let me know down in the comments. Also, a bit off topic, but I was thinking of starting another YouTube channel for my Evo car that I'm currently driving. I got some upgrades coming soon, and I was thinking of doing some recordings. Are any of you guys into cars? And if so, would you also be interested in following that YouTube page? Alright, so back to this 12700KF build. I decided to swap out the motherboard and go down the DDR4 route. So I got this MSI Pro Z690A Wi-Fi. It's actually the same motherboard, just a DDR4 version, and it was $25 cheaper. I'm going to put in a 2x8GB kit of RAM and just give the option for a 2x16 kit as an upgrade option in the description, which has worked out well because I can list the PC to a lower price for attention, and then the buyer can decide on upgrading or not. This is where I'll save most of the money. A 2x8GB kit is around $30, and a 2x16 kit is around $50, as opposed to the DDR5 RAM I had, which is $107. So it's a huge difference. So let's start taking this PC apart and swap out this motherboard. I got the motherboard all swapped out and finished with the install, also stress testing. After a few days of reposting this for sale, I got a message from someone local. He was extremely nice and the transaction went really fast and smooth. So it's been a few days now after I finally sold the 12700KF build, and the PC that I had shipped was finally delivered. So now it's time to go on a PC hunt and get his daughter's PC parts ordered. We're going for something simple since she's only going to be playing Roblox. So let's go over the parts list. The theme that she wants to go with is Pennywise. So I'm going for a all white and some red parts mixed in. For the motherboard, I'm going to go with an ASRock B550M in all white, a Ryzen 5 5500, red 2x8GB kit of RAM, 500GB M.2 for a storage drive, a 650W PVA Galaxy, all inside of the Okanos Aqua 3 PC case with a 1660 Super, and of course some white and red cable extensions to tie it all together. She also wanted the same IO with the custom gifts. I went for a different brand this time, which I got a really good deal with the Sama LD 240mm. It was $80 on Amazon, and since we're going with the Pennywise theme, this is the design that I put together. This is definitely going to set off the build. What would your PC theme be if it was to get a custom plate made? But in the meantime, let's get this PC put together. PC is all set, everything is installed, updated, and stress tested. I think this PC came out really clean, from the color scheme, the AIO, and the custom Pennywise plate, which really set this build off. What are your favorite parts on this build? Let me know down in the comments. Now I gotta get this PC packed up and shipped out. See you in the next one.